the heart of London, Mayfair, and I'm at a place called Old Barrack Yard, and there is the London Fire Brigade. A moment ago they weren't making noise. Anyway, I'm here for the an event, a watch event, hosted by 289 Consulting. Now there are some really cool brands there that I personally like myself, so I'm very interested in going there. But I wanted to show you this London road in December. It's actually not freezing, but it's not warm either. I don't have a coat because I've been on the bicycle, and I've also woke up this morning with a cold. I feel terrible, but I've had 2 coffees and I'm feeling okay. But why don't we go to the Emory Hotel? Because there is this lovely entrance, and I wanted to show you I wanted to show you the entrance, and I'm going to swing round because walking backwards is a little tricky. But as you can see, this is a really lovely entrance. This is one of the nice things about London. There are these lovely venues, and the Emory Hotel here is super. And I love the way they have these Christmas trees all over the place. It's really very nice. Anyway, I don't know what's there, but it's cool. Anyway, let's go inside.
You're not allowed to film, sir.
It's very cool in here, and look, we have Audemars Piguet. Isn't that cool? So through there is the event, and I can see from here it looks very nice. Anyway, let's take a look inside. So I'm really capturing the look and feel of this event, and if you think it looks cool in here, it really does. Anyway, I really wanted to capture, what it's like at these events sometimes. Anyway, there you go. Let's go see some watches. So I'm going to come back, but whilst people are grabbing a coffee and having lunch, so straight away we've got Arnold and Son, and you'll recognise some of those. I'm a big fan of those pieces myself. Now we've got Arnaud Tixier here, and we have Breva there, and then we have Aira here. Don't worry, I will be coming back to show you these. Archer, of course. Now I've seen these watches before, they are super. And of course we have Doxa over here, and I'll come back there. We have David Kando. I know that Chapek is over there, and we've got Denison here. So this is rather cool. And you can see I'm being a nuisance here. I'm people are trying to have lunch. Anyway, I will now get to the watches. Look at this, isn't it delightful? There's the life support mechanism, and look at that for a top shelf. And I know this Japanese stuff here is very good. Yeah, and of course we've got London in the background. The London Eye is over there. Let me zoom in, and hopefully you can see it. There we go. That's the London Eye. Anyway, having a quick coffee break. Now, as you can see, I stumbled on Chapek, and these watches, I'm such I like the brand, but and I particularly like this Guilloche dial here. Now, those who like Chapek are going to recognise these watches, and this one was released this year at Watches and Wonders, and it's so lovely. That's actually a watch I would love to have myself. And of course we have this one, but then this, and I believe this is called the Time Jumper. Now, there's a lady at my side, and I'm forcing her to talk to me, but please remind me again the basic details about this watch.
So it's got a Hunter. This particular model is in steel, with the guilloche detail. And this is the open hour aperture. And this is the minutes.
Oh, lovely.
And then we can reveal by lifting the case.
Oh, that is delightful. So with the Hunter cover over the top of the crystal, you can see the time. You can see the hours and minutes there. Oh, I do like that. Oh, that is lovely. And this is the this is a celebration or a new model?
The 10th anniversary.
The 10th. For Chapek.
For Chapek, yes.
Yeah, wow.
And we have a version in gold as well, limited edition.
Right. Oh, that is very delightful.
So this one's 100 pieces.
100 pieces, okay. And if we just turn it over, I know that, I thought that would be the case. I love the sapphire crystal case back to reveal the engine room. I love this when, in fact, I love seeing the movement of mechanical watches. But that is lovely. So this is the 10th anniversary, and that's lovely. That is so cool. Thank you very much. Thank you. So once again, we have the time jumper here. Now I've got the camera in my hand, so I'll put it on a tripod in a moment. But I thought I'd show you that again because it does have a lovely sort of presence to it, and I like the light in this room. Look at that. These watches at this level, they always look so delightful. Look at that. And of course, this one here. This is this was a big hit for Chapek, and there's no reason. Well, you can understand why. I mean, just look at that. Without knowing much about it, you're instantly caught into the depth of the movement on the dial there. Isn't it lovely? And I love the choice of these because they're so sort of crowd pleasers. This one has that, Dubai feeling, doesn't it? With the Arabic numbers there. But I can see that this is probably a 36mm. I don't know, but so that's very wearable. And of course, it's a Big Brother here with a matte dial. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, this one here is very, very nice. And of course, the pink one. Now, I know a lot of ladies that would love this pink model here, and actually some guys. Yep. Yeah. Look at these. Oh, that's lovely. But let's just go back to this one here. Aren't they super? And I forgot to say, this is the Antarctique Tourbillon, and this is the Antarctique Retropand. And when I'm at venues like this and I see watches like this, I unfortunately have that problem of wanting. I never want just the one. I always want the whole lot. And of course, this time jumper, simply because it looks so cool and it sort of draws you in. I want that one as well. And this is Chapek. This is what these mechanical watches do to you. They threaten your bank balance in a really big way. But I think watch fans like me, we sort of fall in love with these things, and you think they're so cool, aren't they? They make you happy. They make me happy anyway. But there we go. Okay, so I've now had the coast is clear for me to come and have a look at Doxa, and of course the Doxa sub. So hold on. Okay, now look, you can see that we are spoiled for choice here. Now there are some Maurice Lacroix pieces here, but because we're on the Doxa table, so that's why they're on this Doxa plate. Anyway, the watch that caught my attention is this sub, because the sub is it's one of Doxa's probably most iconic watches that they've ever made, and do correct me if I'm wrong, but for me this screams the Doxa dive watch DNA, and I think it's such a pleasant, iconic sort of diving watch aesthetic really. And I like the name Doxa. It's just straightforward, and I like it's a sub. This as the Doxa sub. Isn't it lovely? Now, this looks like It is slightly larger. I think this model was released this year. Once again, forgive me if I'm wrong. And I would say that that case is probably 42 millimeters from there to there. So it's a little larger. For me, that is perfect. I'm very happy with the larger models. Actually, and as you can see straight away, the case is much thinner. Now, I don't know the thickness, but I would say that this is 1 millimeter at least thinner than the previous model. And you can really, I don't know if you can see, but the finishing on the bracelet looks delightful. That is very nice. The finishing for watch fans is always something important. You know, because these watches, these objects are, such passionate things, really. You know, every little detail is of high importance to people. And often when I look at the side view of a watch like this, and you see how delightfully finished the bracelet is, I love the polished end links of bracelets. I think that's matte on the top here, but with the polished middle parts. But then the side of the bracelet being polished, I think that is such a nice touch. And it matches the side of the case being polished. Isn't that delightful? And look at the detailing around the knurling of the bezel. And it's so pleasant. Okay, so this is, and I've just, you can see by chance there, I actuated the dive extension. That is a very useful function in the summer months. If you're on holiday or if you're in a particular warm environment, believe me, that function is invaluable. Because your wrist does actually swell a little in different temperature conditions. When you're cold, your wrist can shrink 1 millimeter, even 2 millimeters. And when you're hot, or you've just had a large meal and you're hot, sometimes you've just got that extra millimeter or two. And believe me, these little things, this sort of detail is really relevant to watch fans. Anyway, it's something that I like. But let me just pop that on the wrist because it is rather cool. I do like the way that bracelet feels, and just by total chance, it's fitting rather nicely there. Look at that. Oh, that's lovely. I like the blue. The colours on video are always subject to the parameters set of the video, etc. So I would say that is a lovely dark navy blue matte, and underneath the sapphire glass, it is lovely. And the contrast with the minute hand there in orange. That will align with the dive part, the dive bezel, the timing bezel, because of course the bezels have more than one function often. I use mine always for eggs and meat, believe it or not, when I'm in the kitchen. A dive bezel, a dive watch type, or a watch with a rotating bezel, I find has great utility when you're cooking. Anyway, or when you're jumping off your speedboat and going diving. Anyway, look at this. Isn't that lovely? Okay, actually, I've realised there are many more watches to look at here. I've got sort of wrapped up in this one. You can see I like it. Okay, so let me come over here. Now, I think I've shown this one before. I mean, I definitely have, because the colourway is so this is the military colourway, I seem to remember. Now, green is a colour that I've spoken about many times, and oh, look at that there, how it contrasts with the copper tone bezel. The green, cream, orange, black. Now that looks like a sapphire coated at least, or a very special finish on the bezel. This is lovely. This watch is absolutely, yeah, I mean look at this. I've got t-shirts and shorts and jeans that would match this watch perfectly. And those that have just been to Dubai Watch Week, I can't think of for me, a better colour choice of wristwatch. Imagine wearing that in Dubai for the Dubai Watch Week. How lovely is that? And the rubber strap. There is one thing about rubber straps that is undeniable. They are incredibly comfortable. They are so wearable that there is a helium escape valve. Whether or not you need it, I don't care. What I do know is I want it. I want that little thing there. It makes the watch feel more complete. And also, as you might know, I'm a bit of a date fan. So the fact that the date is there. I love it when people say, but you don't need a date. That is correct, but neither do you need the watch, but you still want the thing. So I like having as many functions as you can, cluttering the dial. I'm that sort of watch person. Anyway, look at that, isn't it delightful? I know that if I just chat away, this video will go on for ages, but I know some people like that. So anyway, now, so which is the next one that we should look at? Because there probably isn't time for all of them. I suppose what I should do is pull out this blue turquoise one. Now, is that a sapphire, sorry, not a sapphire, a carbon case? That might be. You should be able to tell, but sometimes it can be finished. But that is it's either a ceramic case or it's a carbon case, but I can tell you that straight away that it's something to look at, and it creates that intrigue. Look at that. Oh, this is rather cool. Actually, now it's in my hand, and just touching the side of it, the texture of it is really quite delightful. Now, I know that on video you can never really explain texture, the look and feel. All you've really got is this 3D image and voiceover, but that is rather special actually. Imagine having these two. That would be a collection, wouldn't it? I mean, I've given myself some ideas there. Look at that. Look at the visual impact of this thing. And I'm going to put it on my wrist because it's cool and I want to see it on my wrist. And so it's next to a blue t-shirt there. But look at that. Imagine that in the summer or winter, but imagine that on a beach or at a wedding. Wouldn't that be cool? That is a very nice watch. Isn't that lovely? You can tell I'm a little bit biased. Oh, look at that, the Doxa logo, and how they've done that. That is attention to detail. Once again, for me, this is what these watches are all about. They are about over-engineering and over-passion and over-technical commitment. And that's what these watches are about, and I think it's delightful, and I really like it. And that's why I'm into this sort of thing. Isn't that lovely? Ooh. Right, so I think what Doxa have done here, they've put all their heavy hitters in one place, and then, you know, poor chaps like me come along, and I'm just stricken by decision paralysis. You know, which watch do I want to look at? Look at that. Isn't that super? I love the fact that these brands, you know, go to the lengths of producing, you know, different colorways, and also exploring material compositions, different types of material. It makes it so interesting. Look at that. Isn't that delightful? Now, I'm going to do this to myself. I know this is going to be very difficult, but I'm going to try and pick my two favorite watches. I don't know why I've said that, because it's almost flipping possible. And oh, this one here. Oh gosh, look at that. And I've taken it off the tripod now, so I've only got one hand. But look at how they've got the crown at 4 o'clock there. I like this, and the size of it, that is so wearable. This is very nice. Actually, holding it in the hand like this, it's become more appealing to me. And let me zoom in. Hopefully I can get that. Oh, look at that. Anyway, I suppose it's very difficult for me to be objective and subjective because I'm so heavily biased. And I do recognize this one here. Yeah. You can see that if I don't stop myself, I'm going to be going on for a long time here. Anyway, what did I say? I said I was going to pick my favorite two watches here. What on earth am I going to do? I've done it to myself, and I've created this horrible situation where I am suffering decision paralysis, big time. Look at the yellow one there. Now, you might know that I'm a big yellow fan, so anything colourful I'm a big fan of. But anyway, the challenge to myself is, which two watches am I going to choose? Oh dear me. Right. Okay, let me think. Right, I think I've made my decision. Okay, I've made my decision. The green one for sure. That is just too cool for school. This one has got to go in there at number one. In second place, I'm going to go the new slim version. I don't know that it's got all the original Doxa sub iconic look and feel. I do like it. That's coming in at number two. Number three, I'm going to go left field and give it to the turquoise number here with this very fancy material case. Anyway, there you go. 1, 2, and 3, Doxa. Doxa at its finest. I am such a fan of this watch and this type of watch. You can probably tell. Anyway, there you go. Doxa. These Maurice Lacroix pieces were there. I thought, let me show you very quickly. And this one in particular, the chronograph, has really stood out to me. And I'm just going to put my on the stand so I can show it to you. And because it grabbed my attention, it really does deserve to be in the camera like this. Oh, that's lovely. The depth of the dial and the chronograph pushes there. I do like that, and of course you've got the engine room there. And I love seeing the engine room. I love seeing the movement. Look at that. That is timeless. Isn't that timeless? I think anybody would like this watch. It's so user-friendly. Well, using my words, and also it matches me today. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Anyway, there's a very quick shot of these Maurice Lacroix pieces because they're here. Aren't they lovely? There you go. So I've stumbled on Crayon and Archer, but anyway, so this is Faye. Hello, Faye.
Hi.
And I started to look at these watches, and I thought, hold on, why don't I get this on camera as well? So Faye, please do tell me, you started to explain this watch.
This watch is Anywhere. We launched in 2020.
Yeah.
It shows the sunrise and the sunset everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
So outside we have 24 hours.
Yeah.
So we have the midday and the midnight.
Yes.
And the sun, small sun, is synchronized with our hand.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
So now we know it's 12 o'clock at midnight.
Yeah.
If we turn for the other side.
Yeah. That is actually a functionality that I really appreciate myself.
And then you know, in 2 hours it will be sunrise time.
Perfect.
So.
That's very nice.
And you have the small dial at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
You can changing the date both sides, and then Now we approach December.
Yeah.
If you live in London, you know very well we have very
Yes,
short daylight.
yes.
But this watch it's adjusted in Neuchâtel.
That's
So in Neuchâtel,
right.
we're
Yeah.
not that better.
So you can visually see
Exactly.
basically the sunlight hours. And
Yeah.
that is a very useful function.
It's a very useful function,
Yeah.
particularly if you like photograph,
Yeah.
because during the sunset time or
Yeah.
sunrise time, it's a better light.
Yeah.
And also, it's very good for diving person.
Yeah.
We create that
Yeah.
project because we both love diving.
Yeah.
And during sunset time, the diving is amazing because
Yeah.
the night fish will go out for have their lunch,
Yeah.
and the day fish will go back. So
Exactly, yes, of course. Having that information literally on your wrist, but being so visual, because people, I love the mechanical presentation of information. Things like the moon phase, or how you said that, it makes the watch really interesting, because I love the fact that the length of daylight is visually displayed. That's very, very cool.
exactly, it's the sun cross the color of the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the lugs, actually. I know it's a little thing, but
This
yeah,
one?
really, the lug on the case. Yeah, that's very. I know it's just something little, but it caught my attention. That's very nice.
The decoration of the dial is
Yeah.
the same decoration of the crown, because we want to show that it's the globe.
Yeah. Wow.
We have 4 point here.
Yeah.
People always ask us what's the 4 point means. It means the future and the past.
Yeah.
Means if now we're at the end of the month, you know the next month means the 4 point here.
Ah. Right.
Yes. If we are in November, someone asks you the 1st of December.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday. So you see the gray point here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know that.
Okay.
And it's also the past. Why?
Right. Okay.
Why? Because if today it's 18th, if you are in the beginning of the month, you know last month, the end of the month is this point, 4.2.
Ah.
So means the 4 point is the past and the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually an interesting explanation.
Yeah. Because you have
yeah.
35. You have 35 points in total.
Yeah.
Means 5 weeks.
Ah. Yes. Yeah.
That's the calculation of
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
function.
No, these are details that I think watch fans really appreciate. I know I do. I love it. It's very nice. Faye, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
This is very, very cool. Thank you. Thank you. Archer. Now, I have looked at this brand before and seen these watches, and I know they are super. Now, I grabbed Guillaume, and
Nice to meet you.
thank you very much for talking to me. But Guillaume had briefly started talking to me about these pieces, and I thought it's going to be better if I capture this on camera. Yeah.
Here we have our last pieces,
Yeah.
mainly in the Purity collection. The Purity
yeah.
collection is all our manufacture movements.
Yeah.
It's a collection we developed now 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And we have here some tourbillon
Yeah.
movements, but we also have what we call Stairway to Heaven. It's the same basis architecture,
Yeah.
but as you can see, it's a classic escapement
Yeah.
showcased like on a stairway, you know?
Yeah.
So the Stairway to Heaven is a non-tourbillon declination,
Yeah.
but we will also have the tourbillon one with
Yeah.
a curvy shape,
Yeah.
and we also have the central tourbillon, the second biggest tourbillon on the market,
Oh wow. Okay.
with 2 offset
Yeah.
indexes,
Yeah.
sapphire dial,
Yeah.
and this one, the case, is one of our specialty. It's made by sapphire.
Yeah. I know that the sapphire is
Yeah.
a very difficult material.
Really difficult because it's the third hardest material in
Yeah.
the world. You
Wow.
can cut sapphire only with a diamond.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
to shape the case, we
Yeah.
have to use some diamond tools,
Yeah.
and We start working with sapphire, I think it was 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
At the beginning, we succeed only to do some easy shape.
Yeah.
And with experience now, we succeed to do some very more complicated shape, like the curvy one.
Ah, yes.
You can see the curvy shape.
Yeah. Now, I know. Hopefully, people can see on camera. I'll let you hold it so I can. These watches, in reality, like this, they are unbelievable. The 3D aspect of it, and once again, being able to see the engine room through the back.
This
is
specific
so cool.
one has a different coating.
Yeah.
It's a heat treatment.
Right.
That's why you have this kind of rainbow reflects, you know?
Yeah, and you should be able to see on the video that even though you know that it's a sapphire, there is that rainbow color sensation running through.
If you want to make the compare, you can compare with the one I'm wearing.
Yeah.
This one I wear is a full transparent sapphire.
Right.
Without any treatment.
Yeah.
So you have this really clear case.
Yeah.
But this one with the heat treatment, you have a very beautiful rainbow reflex.
That is a piece of artwork. That is lovely. I'm going to. So, chaps, I'm just. In one hand, I've got the camera. In the other hand, I've got my tripod, and I'm just trying to get myself arranged so I can put this on the tripod because we have to take a look at these. They are really super watches. Let me do this. If I put that there. That is really something. Look at that! I'm really trying to capture on video the depth and the visual interest. So hopefully on the video there you can see the 3D depth of the dial. But you've got the movement suspended.
We have a very space architecture. And the idea, as like you can understand, the name of the collection is purity.
Purity.
We wanted a very pure movement. You have only one. What's it? Obligate, I think. It's. I mean, only the must-have. You know?
Actually, you're holding a watch there that did catch my attention at the beginning, but I didn't want to stop you talking.
This one is a wavy chameleon.
Right.
It's a changing color case. Changing from green. You know, a little bit gray-green like this. And it will go to purple.
Right.
A very deep purple.
Now, again, this is sapphire. I'm amazed how manufacturers can actually produce cases out of sapphire because it's been explained to me the manufacturing process.
The manufacturing process is really long. At the beginning, you know, it's a little bit like a 3D printed. It's a lab-grown sapphire. It's a powder, the basis materials. And we grow it in the laboratory. After, you have to give the shape of the case with diamond tools. And after, you have more than 100 hours of hand polished.
Wow.
That's why it's really hard because you have to polish it enough to get the transparency. But not too much to keep the good size of the watch. If you polish it too much, you will lose the size and you will have to break it. That's why you have a lot of different process. It's really hard with the hardness of the sapphire to give the shape of the watch. So that's why it's an expensive material. It's because it's really hard to make material. Only diamond tools can shape the sapphire.
I know that the human effort and the cost, the manufacturing
really huge,
cost, it is really something. And I know that Artia, it's one of your signatures, I suppose, using my words.
This one is quite interesting too. It's a sapphire case, but with the natural composition of ruby. And you know the ruby under UV lights?
Oh wow.
Under UV lights it will shine. I don't know if you see it.
On video that looks brilliant. Oh wow. Oh, that is cool. That is so cool.
We'll do it here?
Yeah. Oh no, this is fine. But if you can illustrate that ruby under the UV light once again, look at that. Imagine, look at that is so
The
cool.
whole case is shining under UV.
That is going to cause a conversation, amongst your friends. Yeah.
Of our pieces are some talking pieces.
Yeah.
The headline of the brand is manufacturer of emotions.
Yeah.
We want you to feel something when you will buy one of our watches, we don't want to say to your friend, it's only the reference number and have something too boring. We want you to be able to talk about the piece during 1 hour with some small anecdotes, with some small things like this. You will see something really different.
Yeah.
You can don't like, you can like, but you will feel something.
Yeah. You said the word there, emotional, and there is something about Archie, and I think you're correct. I think this is it's a very nice emotional watch, and of course. I know it's a little bit cliched when people say it's mechanical artwork, but for me it really is because of the technical ingenuity that goes into the materials, and then the artistic design of the mechanical component.
Yes, the DNA of the brand is to mix watchmaking with some manufacturing movements and innovation in materials like sapphire a lot for us. And we try to create art by mixing these two different worlds. For the anecdote, Artia means art by Ivan Arpa, the owner and founder of the brand. He's the former CEO of Romain Jérôme, former director of Hublot also. And in 2009, he decided to create his own brand to be free in the creation. He wanted to create everything he wants. So that's why he decided to create his own brand and be independent, self-financial. That's important for us to stay self-financial. So
it's very hard though.
It's really hard, but we succeed to do it with some new collections. That's why we are 16 years old, but we developed some manufacturing movement only since 6 years. Because we had to time to not grow too fast. And,
but it's difficult.
It's always difficult. Of course.
I don't think. I'm sure that watch enthusiasts, collectors of watches, I think they do understand, and just how challenging it is and difficult it is often reflected in the price. But anyway, I think this is the reason why we like these things, because they do make you feel good and they look so interesting. I love it.
And this one is the Aqua Sapphire. It's all our diving watches in sapphire. It's water resistant to 80 meters. It's 80 real meters.
80 meters.
It's not just an indicator to say you can wash your hand with. No. You can really dive to 80 meters. It's a world first watch in sapphire, water resistant to 80 meters. And this one is made with an aventurine dial and a sapphire emerald case.
Wow.
It's a sapphire with a natural composition of emerald.
Of emerald, for me, what people, correct me if I'm wrong, but this material is actually a surface harder than steel.
Of course.
So this really can be used for diving.
Of course.
I mean, but this would be. I mean, this would be incredibly
you
cool.
Can't scratch it. You will always have a brand new watch. You can scratch it with steel or whatever. You will always have a brand new watch.
Wow. That is very cool. Guillaume, thank you very much.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for your patience.
Okay, thank you.
And, see you soon.
Thank you. So I came across David Cando. Now I don't know a lot about these watches, but this lady, Natalie, does.
Well, David was born in watchmaking with his grandfather, his father, and he started learning at GLC, like you said, and he started sketching his ideas about a watch in 2000. I saw the book where he puts this. First sketch date back from 2000. And in 2017 he finally launched. But he's very intentional in the way he does things. So he loves the tradition of watchmaking in Vallée de Joux. If you think of his family, his grandfather, all the time he spent around his elders, he's learned about the tradition. But he also likes to think by himself. And when he decided to create his watches, he chose to go for titanium for the movement. Now, many watchmakers, they use titanium for the case because it's very hard, very light, but they don't use it for the movement because it's difficult to manufacture. David,
I'm just going to stop you there because you mentioned that the designs. He created his design around 2000. That means that for 17 years, he was thinking about what his own watch might look like. For me, that's very interesting.
Like every detail has been thought about. Like if you look at the bridges, here you have the 3 bridges of the movement. They are not flat. They are angled at 3 degrees to create a movement with the light, like a cascade of light. The same thing you will find here with this circuit you have here, the markers. They are cut very sharp to be able to reflect the light. So again, he's very intentional with the design.
One of the things that I find very interesting is the
shape.
It really draws you in to the style of the watch. And
so the watch here, this one is completely curved, including the movement inside. Follows the shape of the case, so it's not just a flat movement in a curved case.
So this must be very tricky to manufacture.
Yes, definitely.
Wow.
And of course, so David's approach to design is function. So he always wants to mix function and design. And also he wants the watch to be full senses experience, not only visual, but if you listen, the watch ticks. You can hear it very well because of the titanium. And if you touch it, you can touch the guilloche.
That's not what you expect because I can feel the guilloche.
Yes, normally the guilloche nowadays we use it for decoration only.
That's right.
And we put it on a dial, and the dial goes under a crystal. But back in time, when they had pocket watches, the guilloche was on the case to create grip. So of course it was a nice decoration, but it was also for the grip. And this watch is inspired by the pocket watches called half hunters, used by the hunters. And the grip was necessary if you are out in the wild and you wanted to pull your watch out of your pocket. You cannot let it slip off your hands. So you need to have some grip on it. So that's the idea behind this guilloche. And everybody I know, the reaction is always the same. Touch it. Oh, It's unexpected, right? And so again, you have a very special case, beautiful movement in titanium.
And titanium again, I know is I know as a material, it probably lends itself to the movement manufacture because of its anti-magnetic properties.
Exactly.
And also it's
anti-corrosive.
Anti-corrosion. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a like in the past. It's a watch that is made to last in time.
Yeah.
So the design is timeless.
Yeah.
The movement is designed with a natural material that is not going to corrode and that you will be able to easily repair in the future. So you can pass the watch down to your kids, grandkids, grand-grandkids. They will still be able to make it work.
Because these, these things really are pieces of mechanical artwork. I know it's a phrase that's often said, but really you can see that this is, it has a life of its own, especially with that tourbillon whizzing around. That is so cool.
Yes.
But,
so it's a 30-degree inclined tourbillon.
Yeah.
There are only two brands that does the inclined tourbillon, Rebelle Forcé and David Combo.
Wow.
And the inclination of the tourbillon is adding more accuracy.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, watchmakers have always looked for ways to make their watches more accurate.
Yeah.
We know that the hairspring, the balance, is sensitive to gravity. And so that's why they invented those tourbillons. The balance turns on itself. And that balances the gravity. But that balances the gravity when your watch is like this. But nowadays, the watch is on our wrist, so it moves all the time. It does not really need a tourbillon anymore. Except when your watch is on your nightstand like this. And then, even if it turns around, it doesn't compensate the gravity. That's why it's inclined, because when it's flat, then you can see the tourbillon revolves on itself, and it's never in the same position, and that's how it's.
But that is such an interesting. It's such an interesting bit of detail. It would have me. I'd be watching that tourbillon all day, doing no work. Because I'm sure you can see on camera there, you have a 30-degree incline and it's revolving. I don't know the technical explanations,
revolving, yes.
but I think you can understand that it helps accuracy because of the effects of gravity. That is so cool. Having this chat with you, and it really has reinforced my own feeling of this design signature. This being a David Cando watch, it really feels that way. And I'm going to, because I'm a bit of I notice straps. I can see that these are all quick release, but I know that these types of straps are so comfortable because. Oh, and now look at the attention to detail on the buckle there. Oh, that's very nice. They are so comfy on the wrist, and I won't put it on mine because I don't want to disrupt it for you, but they're really nice.
Here the buckle has two levels because sometimes, you want in summer you want to have it a little bit more loose, or you want to have it a little bit more stretched.
And it's like adjustment,
adjustments,
fine adjustments.
And I haven't shown you the magic crown yet.
Oh yes, I know.
Let me show you this. So obviously the case shape is the signature of David, and it was made possible with the magic crown. David loves symmetry and asymmetry. So if you look at the watch, 9 o'clock symmetric to 3 o'clock.
That's right.
12 o'clock asymmetric with 6 o'clock. He likes to work around this shape because that's the tension Da Vinci found in the Vitruvian Man. And that's something that our eyes naturally like. That symmetry on one one hand, asymmetry on the other hand.
Yeah.
Our eyes naturally love it, so this is a pleasing shape for aesthetics.
Wow.
So David didn't want it to be disrupted with a crown here, so he had to put the crown here. The crown is patented. There is 39 components just to make that work.
This is the most, well, it's one of the most interesting crowns I've ever come across.
Yes.
I've only briefly seen it, but do show me. Yeah.
So, very easy. It works like a pen.
Yeah.
You know, those automatic ballpoint pens.
Yeah.
So you press on it.
Yeah.
It's neutral.
Yeah.
Then you pull it off until you see the red ring.
Wow.
Now you are in winding mode.
Yeah.
So you can wind it up. And then if you pull it down just one stage, you will set the time.
Set the time, yeah.
And then you can just put it back
like a normal crown,
into its little cache.
Yeah.
And
oh wow.
The crown, of course, because sometimes you might forget to pull it back down, or you didn't push it enough and it comes back up, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's waterproof in every position.
Wow. That is so cool, and once again, the symmetry, the power reserve at the top, and the power reserve being visible. I think I've said this before. It's a technical function that I love. I love seeing a power reserve. This is actually. I love this conversation because I've actually learned so much more now about David Candy, but also his design cues and the aesthetic of his watches. This is very, very nice. And wow, this is super. Natalie, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thanks to you.
Thank you. So, I came across another brand that I do recognise because Breva have appeared in my inbox, and I've always thought, oh, that does look rather interesting. Now, Julian here has very kindly.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And Julian, I've got to say that the power reserve on this watch is something that sort of pulled me in. And I know you've got this graphic here. But anyway, first of all, Julian, please tell me a little bit about Breva.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, Breva is the name of a wind from Italy, Como Lake.
Yeah.
Reason why it's something special for the brand to have elegant product.
Hence this.
Exactly, as you can see.
Yeah.
So why Breva? They launched a first product in 2010.
Yeah.
And it was the first mechanical watch able to give you the weather forecast on your wrist.
Oh wow.
Equipped with a barometer and altimeter, a very incredible complication.
Wow.
In 2010. So the DNA of Breva is one part from Italy, Como Lake, so elegance, details, luxury, and the other side is product side is more instrument of measuring something, weather or time or yes.
Because you do the instrument feel is something that I myself have experienced when I look at the dial, and I do love technical dials. So I'm a bit of I like complications and technical features, and of course when you showed me this graphic here, I thought, oh, that is so intriguing. Without knowing what it is, it does provide visual interest.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
so the goal to when we decided to relaunch the brand is to come back with a manual movement first.
Right.
Developed by Mr. Jean-François Mejon from Chronode.
Okay.
And it's a 7 days power reserve.
Right.
First thing. The second thing is we decided to work on a smart and unique way to display the power reserve.
Yeah.
Reason why you have these two hands like a cross.
Yeah.
And as you can see on the animation, you have the first hand indicate here.
Yeah.
The first 6 days.
Yes.
And when the hand arrives at the last day, meaning that the second starts to indicate the last 24 hours of your power reserve. Like this, you know with precision when you have to rewind your watch to charge it again 100%.
Wow! So that is so that attention to detail itself is such a talking point. that would capture me. Just knowing that about the watch.
So, in fact, we developed a triple retrograde because on the top you have here on the watch you have a small second retrograde as well, 60 seconds. So meaning that you have a triple retrograde complication. Looks like simple, but in fact not at all, because we have two barrels. If you look at the back on the watch, you can see all the work we have done on it, with two barrels for the energy, a lot of decoration, finishing, details, as a really high-end watchmaking.
I personally, I know the effort and the technical challenges that are faced in manufacture. I know that making something like this, all the watches at this level, this is this is not easy. That's why they sometimes are expensive, because you've got so much top-end skill. And but when you turn the watches over, I love seeing the engine room, the sapphire case back, and once again, I'm one of those people that I can spend as much time looking at the back of a mechanical watch as the front. But the amount of intrigue, because I know that making that power reserve, I don't think I've seen that before.
No, it's the first time. It's really unique. That's the signature of Breva. My goal was, in terms of design, to have something really recognizable from few meters. And with this system of double hands, we can imagine after that is our first drop, power reserve, but we can imagine a chronograph, we can imagine a moon phase, all the things to measure in a very smart way and very unique. So inspired by instrument of measuring from yesteryear, in fact. You remember maybe Marco Polo or this kind of explorer? They use very old material and instruments to measure, I don't know, the stars, the sea, everything. So it's our inspiration in terms of product. Solid gold. In fact, you have three colors. The first is imagine you are in the zenith, summer day, you dive into the lake from your river boat. Reason why you have this Côte de Genève on the front. It's like the deck of a river boat or the horizon of the lake. This one is sunset titanium version. Sunset meaning that end of the day you have something warm color, spritz on your hands, drink. And this one, moonlight, private exclusive party around in the villa around the lake. So that's three different colors of dial express the lifestyle or life spirit in Como Lake.
But what you've just done is you've just made me want all three. Now the problem is that white gold or steel?
This one are prototype, so meaning that it's steel and PVD, but they come in titanium and rose gold, solid rose gold. So there is a little story about Segreto di Lario, that the name of the collection. In English, it's the secret of Como Lake. And why the secret? Because the last 24 hours, meaning the last day of your power reserve, in fact, is the day when you enjoy completely, fully the Como Lake environment. It's like your last day of enjoying the life, Italian lifestyle, Dolce Vita. So the secret day is this last 24 hours. Because when you are in Italy, in Como Lake, you never want to come back
You never want to leave. No. Gosh.
That's the story.
And I like it. I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is Reva. This is lovely. This is really good. Thank you again.
You're welcome, and see you soon for novelties coming in 4 months.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. So this is Era now, or Era. Now it's a brand that I've come across a number of times. I've mainly seen it in my emails, and this one in particular, which is the D1. I love the naming. D1 for diver. And this is the P1, I think, for the pilot design. And this one I do forget, but I'll come back to this salmon dial because it is actually it's caught my attention for another reason. But these two here are two designs that I thought are lovely. And in the hand, like always with these watches, they're always better in the hand. And I'll just put my camera on the stand so that I can actually hold these and show you up to the camera. Now, look at that. And also, you might have just noticed I've got this very cool white chronograph, and hopefully, I know that you might think straight away, hold on, you can't see much, but you can. In real life, the black outline of the minute and hour hand is lovely, and the signature blue. And the signature blue is one of the things I've noticed with Era. And notice the blue triangle on the dive bezel there, matching the detailing of the blue there. Anyway, the reason that I wanted to show you these is because I have noticed this design in emails, and I thought it's very nice. And holding it today, I'm thinking, gosh, I would really like one of these myself. And of course, quick release at the back, because I've just flipped it over. Look at the profile. That is really very delightful. The grip on the dive bezel is super. Once again, I love dive bezels because they're so great for timing things. And I'm one of those people that in the kitchen, if I'm cooking food, I will actually use this bezel to time eggs in particular, and meat, potatoes. In fact, I will just time things because it's just so cool. But that for me, of course, it has the dive aesthetic, but there is something very pleasing about it. For example, I've noticed on these three watches, the circle at the end of the second hand. So I think what they've done here, these are my words, they've just nicely balanced the size and proportions of the indices and the second, minute and hour hand. And it's really quite nice. Also, I think the case is 42 millimeters. For me, I love, it's not a large case, but I love larger cases. Saying that, and I'll come to the salmon dial here in a moment, this, I think, is going to be very popular, if it's not already popular. But anyone that likes a dive style watch, and if you're one of those people that really likes the no dates, this, I have to say, is really a lovely contender, because it is very clean. I think that the word clean nicely describes the design, feeling of this watch. Now I'll just show you the pilot here. Oops, a daisy. Let me take the pilot off. As a pilot, without a date, this you can see the era design cue there. I think it must be the proportions. I love the pilot style of watch, and I love divers, so these two have got to be the most iconic, popular types of watches. In my opinion, this is exactly what I go for. This pilot is delightful. I could imagine it being an absolute scrap monster. You could stick anything on this, it's going to look fabulous. And because of the black and white dial and black and white aesthetic there, you could stick any colour of bracelet on there. And I suppose that brings me to this one with the salmon dial. Now, this I think is a 38mm case, or it might be 36, so it's a little smaller. But when I held it in the hand, I thought to myself, I could imagine some people I know wearing this because of this lovely salmon-coloured, pinkish colour. It's a very lovely matte, almost a pink eggshell. I don't know if that describes it correctly, but the way it's contrasting with the indices and hands really is delightful. The size of it makes it very wearable, but it has this suede leather strap that it's grey in colour, and grey is a colour that seems to go very well. Now, I saw some boots the other day that were grey, suede, and I thought, how good would that look? And also, of course, grey jeans, and grey t-shirts. In fact, this with a grey t-shirt, you can see, is going to look so cool. Look at that. Isn't that delightful? Anyway, these three, actually, I say three, I've actually popped this one onto my wrist again. So these three and this fourth white chronograph. Look at that. For me, that is a real statement piece. I'd be wearing that with a white t-shirt in the summer or a black outfit because the contrast would be so super. And I'll just show you the side of it here. I'm just being careful there. I love the arch of the lugs there, the way it falls, and the way that the integrated rubber strap fits into the case there. Isn't that lovely? Anyway, this is ERA, and I suppose the main watch for me today is the D1, this diver. It is delightful. Anyway, I'm very pleased I've seen ERA today. This is really cool. So I came across Renault Tixier, and the movement straight away has really drawn me in. But this gentleman very kindly started explaining it to me, and I thought, please do tell me again.
Yeah. So this movement uses the kinetic energy recovery system that we find in cars, miniaturized in the watch, to take advantage of all the energy that would be lost otherwise in a micro rotor. So micro rotor have a problem, is that they are affected by Earth gravity. By putting an inertia wheel in the middle, we kind of get all the energy that will be lost otherwise when the micro rotor stops. The inertia wheel keeps on spinning and recharging the barrel, like allowing for 30 to 40% more winding efficiency than a regular micro rotor.
And we have a graphical representation here, and I thought, I don't think I've seen this before, so that is so interesting. Just please explain this bit again, because that is so cool.
So you see, in everyday life we have shocks on the watch. A micro shock will stop the micro rotor quite quickly. But this part in the center, thanks to a spring, will be launched and will keep spinning and keep recharging the barrel.
Wow. That is, I didn't know that, and seeing it like this, I find it so interesting. Thank you very much for that very brief detail. Thank you. I'll show you this again. It reminds me of the regeneration inside of an electric car, and it really grabbed my attention. I mean, here is the watch here, and but here we have this graphic. I find it so interesting. This hopefully I can zoom in there. You can see, this is one of the lovely things about mechanical watches. They're so interesting. So I've just set up the camera like this because this Renault Tixier. Hopefully I've said that correct. Sometimes I say the names not very well, but I'm going to call it the Renault. But look at that. I can't get the image of the regeneration in an electric car. And that description we've just had is so cool. But that, for me, that technical detail, I've never heard that before. And today I've actually met other watch brands, and I keep learning. I thought I knew everything about watches, but I really don't. And I keep, discovering these technical gems that are so interesting. For me, what's going on here? I mean, but look at visually how that looks. It is absolutely fabulous. And of course, solid gold, which is one of my favourite case materials. It's almost like this watch was, heading. It was made. It also means, bank account damage. And I love what they've done. This texturing of the side of the case there. That's very nice. And I love the dial. I do like grey dials. They sort of go with anything. And let me just bring the zoom out. There we go. I've got the camera on a tripod, so my hands are free. And hopefully I've captured that. Isn't that delightful? That is really nice. Actually, because the blue dial is here, I'm assuming this is stainless steel. I know it's very popular. But oh, look at that. That counter balance part of the micro rotor is really cool. And oh yeah, it's lovely. And the blue and the blue and silver dial, that is such a crowd pleaser. Saying that though, the gold and grey, that is very delightful. That is lovely. These are super. I really, once again, I was delighted to stumble across this brand, Renault, and I do apologise. There we go. We've got the name there, Renault Tixia. Aren't they cool? So I'm very late in the day, and I'm hoping that I've caught some light. But Angelus is a watch brand that I've come across a number of times, and I've met them once before. But today I wanted to come and chat to them. And anyway, I can tell you that just very briefly, seeing the pieces like this, is lovely. And in a moment, I'll put the camera on the tripod, and hopefully I can put these in the hand. But they are super. Thank you. And okay. Anyway, just a very quick overview of some of the pieces here.